time again. It's time for another update on my Pan Those eyeshadows. This is 101 Pans Update 4. This update I'm very excited about. I can now give more of my attention to my 101 Pans project as a whole. We will get into any progress and any pans that I have hit now. Everybody, if you're new here, hi, how are you? Thank you for stopping by and welcome to the family. My name is Rose. I'm a girl boss on a no-buy who loves to save money and project pan. Today's video is my fourth update on 101 Pans. The creator of 101 Pans is Liz Plans and Pans, who was on Instagram. I'm not really sure what happened to her. I just hope everything is okay. The objective of 101 Pans is to try to hit 101 pans of eyeshadow by December 31st of this year. My dates on this is 10/27 of 2019 to December 31st of 2020. So far in total, since I am counting everything that I actually can hit pan on towards my 101 pans, we are at 25 pans hit so far, which isn't too bad. I probably won't get to 101 pans, but here's the hoping, right? On this update, I do have one pan that I managed to hit, and I will go over that and go over the progress with you guys on all these palettes that I have in this project. I will also list in the description box my playlist to this if you want to go check out the intro and any of the other updates if you have missed those. Let's go ahead and start with the oldest palette that has been in the project, since I am now choosing to work on each palette for up to 3 months and up to 35 to 40 uses. I changed it from 25 to 30 to 35 to 40 because I've noticed that the going average rate for me, how long it takes for me to hit pan, is anywhere between 30 to 40 uses. I figured I would change it to at least 35-40 uses, which is about what it takes. Let's start with the LA Girl Hot Heat. This is actually going to get rolled out this update because this has been in the project for over 3 months now. I have the shades Vacay and Fiesta right here. These two really beautiful shades. For the shade Vacay right here, I used this a total of 13 times, and I used Fiesta a total of 12 times in the project. It's been almost 4 months. I hadn't really used them too many times this past month, which is a shame. The palette is really beautiful. You guys know I really love these Hot Heat palettes that LA Girl makes. They are really stunning. I just failed to reach for it and kind of got just uninspired, I guess. Actually, you know what, to be more fair with myself, I am just going to go ahead and keep this in the project for another month to give it another chance, and then after 1 more month on my next update on this project, if I haven't had any pan, which it'll actually make it 4 months, but I just want to get a little more usage out of this, since I do only technically have 13 uses and 12 uses on the shades. I'm saying 35 to 40 uses. I want to get up there a little bit more. I could possibly hit pan in these 2 shades. Instead of just picking a new one, I am just going to go ahead and keep working on these 2 instead of picking a new palette, you guys, because I did just pick those 3 either my last update or the update before that one. That way I can give it a more of a fair chance. And then the next 3 palettes were actually rolled in on my last month's update, and that will also be listed in the cards for you guys. There is a playlist of this project if you want to go check it out. And the next palette is my ColourPop Mar palette that was chosen for me. The shades that I chose in this palette were the shades Top Down and My Way. Just these 2, dark brown and a beautiful taupey lid color. They are actually really beautiful shades. I haven't really used them too many times. I've used the shade My Way a total of 7 times, and I've used the shade Top Down a total of 9 times. I mean, not too bad of progress, but it's staying in the project, and I will keep continuing to work on that and hopefully to hit pan. I know it is so hard to hit pan on ColourPop palettes and ColourPop's formula. I'm already a slow panner, I feel. We shall see if I'll be able to actually hit pan in this ColourPop palette. Next palette that is in this project is my Dose of Colors Friendcation palette. I ended up going with the shades Basic and Just a Kiss right here. In the shade Basic, I have used a total of 11 times so far. There's kind of a dip in there, but nothing too crazy. And then Just a Kiss, I have used a total of 10 times so far. There is a little bit of dip in that one. I've never actually panned any type of Dose of Colors eyeshadows. If anybody has ever panned any Dose of Colors eyeshadows, leave me a comment down below and let me know how the formula is, because I don't know anybody that has actually panned any Dose of Colors yet. This is going to stay in a little while longer. We're going to keep working on that. Next palette that was chosen was my Makeup Revolution, the Emily Noel The Once palette. I have it upside down so that way I don't blind you guys with that humongous mirror it has. It does have a big beautiful mirror on it. That's the one nice thing about this palette, is that ginormous mirror, but I'm going to hold it upside down so I don't blind you guys. I went ahead and went with the shade Prayer and Oh Heavens in this palette. For the shade Prayer, I've used this a total of 8 times so far, and as you can see, there is a really decent dip on it. I'm thinking these will actually be relatively easy to pan, because there's other shades where I've used it 8 times and you can't even tell. So the fact that I've used that 8 times and there's a nice decent dip on it already is kind of impressive. And of course I will insert, and I'm inserting photos of any still shots of the progress so you can see it a little better. The shade Oh Heavens, I've used a total of 11 times so far, and that also has a decent sized dip in it. I'm hopeful for this palette that I will in fact be able to possibly hit pan on either one of those 2 shades. We shall see. I'm going to keep working on it. Lastly, as I had said, I do have pan, but it was actually in a palette that I had pulled out like 2 updates ago. But I did tell you guys in that update that I was going to continue just working on this shade on the side. That's basically what I did. That was my Morphe 35F palette. It only had 1 shade that I chose, and I ended up going with the second light cream shade. And as you can see, there is my pan. The little shiny pan there. It's really going to be hard to show you because these palettes are so stinking huge. But there is a pan in there. Of course, I will insert photos of the palette so that you can see it a little better. I was just kind of working on this on the side and pulled it out, but I'm excited because I basically use that quite often for my brow bone and my inner corner, and I also would use it as a highlight and down my nose quite often. And it took me 32 uses to hit the pan. That is about my going average rate, is anywhere between 30 to 40 uses is about what it takes me to hit pan so far from what I've seen on most types of eyeshadows, which is why I wanted to change my goal of 3 months, approximately 3 months, and or between 35 to 40 uses. Hopeful that I can either hit pan in the Emily Noel The Once palette or possibly the LA Girl Hode Heat palette. I wanted to mention, and I will also list in the cards for you guys, I did do a finale video to my Pan Those eyeshadows that I created called Pan the Way, and the reason I decided to end that for myself is because I was just panning way too many eyeshadows at one time, stretching myself kind of thin, so that way not only a certain amount of palettes couldn't get much of attention, making it therefore more difficult for me to even try 2-pan eyeshadows. I hope you guys understand. I'm also deciding to keep the project going for anybody who is interested in doing the project. There is a sign-up sheet that is in the description box of that project. It was just too much for me. I feel much better about this decision to just keep this project, my Pan Those Eyeshadows, going instead of trying to do 2. It was just too much, you guys. That is everything for this update. Thank you so much for stopping by, and please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until my next video, everybody enjoy the rest of their day. Bye.